Hello friends! In today's video, I have prepared a very cool card trick for you, which was demonstrated by David Blaine. It has become a real hit with many magicians because the trick itself is not complicated, and you will be able to perform it on your first try once you learn the secret. You don't need any sleight of hand for this trick. It's quite simple, but your audience will be absolutely thrilled by what they see. It looks like real magic. So friends, let's not waste any time and get straight to the demonstration of our trick. So, we'll take any deck of cards and shuffle it. We can shuffle it? Yes, we can, of course. Cut it so that everything is fair. Now, my dear audience, cut about a third of this deck. Let's say the viewer takes and removes these cards here. That's how he removed them. Great, we'll put these cards aside for now. We'll need them a little later. Now, let's take these cards and shuffle them again. However we want, however we can. The spectator can even shuffle them himself. Let's say the magician and the spectator have shuffled the cards. Now, dear spectator, remember any card. For example, the spectator begins to choose. Let's say he chooses this card. So, he has chosen this card, he remembers it, he memorizes it, and we put it somewhere in the deck like this. Yes, we put it away like this and shuffle it. We shuffle it well, as best we can, in various ways. This can all be done several times. The deck can be cut again, and we continue to perform our trick. So friends, your card is safely hidden somewhere in this pile. Now let's take this pile of cards. Dear audience, start counting these cards here on the table, but do it slowly. Well, not exactly slowly, but preferably not too quickly. And when you put them down, stop at any moment you want. So, let's get started. Let's say the viewer stopped here. So, let's take the next card. The next card is an 8. Look, you could have stopped further and it would have been a 5. You could have stopped earlier and it would have been a 7, but you stopped at the 8. So now we'll take 8 cards. We'll take 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now let's take the next card, 9. And this, of course, will be your 10 of hearts. This is such a wonderful card trick, friends. It's awesome. It looks very cool. David Blaine loves to show it. Yes, I sometimes show it to my audience too. Before we move on to the tutorial, friends, please like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new videos, and be sure to leave a comment. Write whether you can do this trick or not. And in general, are you a fan of David Blaine's work or not? Well, I'll be happy to read your comments, and now let's move on to the lesson. So, friends, welcome to the lesson on this wonderful card trick. I hope you liked it, subscribed to my channel, wrote a comment, and now we'll move on to learning this trick. So, friends, this trick requires a little preparation, and I'll show you how to prepare the spectator's card for the show in 3 different ways. Take a look at the beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels, as I did in the demonstration. So, first of all, we need to remove all the 8s and 9s from the deck. I lay out the cards and start removing all the 8s and 9s. Yes, I think that's everything. So, there should be 8 cards in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Now we put these 9s and 8s on top of the deck and do a Klondike shuffle. This means we shuffle the cards so that our 9s and 8s alternate with random cards. So, let's begin. There will be 8 pairs in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. No more 9s or 8s. We take these cards and place them on top of the deck. Now we have it ready. Next, we need to shuffle these cards, but we need to shuffle them so that the top pile remains on top, so that the 8s and 9s remain here, so that the first 16 cards remain here unchanged. How can this be done? Here's the simplest way. Take the deck face up and start shuffling like this. When there are only a few cards left, throw them on top again. This is how we shuffle. You can do it differently. You can do it with an in-jog. You can take some of the cards like this, then do an in-jog on your little finger, yes, like this, and shuffle all the remaining cards on it, then pick them up. And before that, before the gap, we shuffle and bring the necessary cards to the top. And here they are, these cards are on top again. If you don't know how to do an in-jog, runs, and so on, I have a special playlist called School for Beginners. There I give all the lessons step by step. You can take a look. So we shuffled the cards, yes, all of them, they all remained on top. Now what do we need to do? We'll ask our viewer to cut off about a third of the deck. So we put the deck in front of him, and he cuts off about a third of the deck. So we've cut the deck. Next, we take the remaining cards and start shuffling them in different ways. As best we can. We've shuffled the cards and put them on the table. Now ask our spectator to choose any card. Well, let's say he chooses this one, and he memorizes it. It's the 5 of spades. What do we do next? Look, we need to make this 5 of spades the 9th card from the top of the deck. How do we do that? How does David Blaine often do it? I'll tell you the simplest method. If you are a beginner, if you don't know any clever techniques, then this method is for you. So, while the spectator is memorizing their card, we take this pile and simply count out 8 cards. I move 3 cards, 4, 3 again, and 1 more. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we ask the spectator to put their card here and cover the rest. Yes, here is their card. Here are 4 cards, and here are 4 cards. Put them here and cover them. That's it. We've done our preparation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the 9th. You can do it differently. This is the intermediate level. This is how it looks. You can put the spectator's card away, for example, here, in the center. Push it in with your thumb. I press down, yes, I managed to get the cards on the break. Next, I do a double lift from the bottom. This way, I get the 5 on top. Now I shuffle 8 more cards on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I do an in-jog and shuffle in the same way until there is a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 9th card is our 5. Now for the difficult method. In demonstrating this trick, I used Daniel Madison's shift. How does it look? Look, I pretend to put the card in the center of the deck like this. I have a separate lesson on Madison's shift. A hint will appear here now, and you can watch it. Well, here I'll quickly show you briefly. So, I push the card here, like this. Here it is sticking out like this. I push it here with my little finger, I align it, then with my index finger and little finger I tuck it in and remove it, bringing it down. It looks like this. So, I move this card down. Now I need to move it up. So, I shuffle the cards, and when I have just a few left, I shuffle 1 card at a time and bring it up. Here it is, the 5 of spades is now on top. Next, I make it the 9th from the top. To do this, I shuffle 8 more cards on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I make a bookmark, shuffle, and bring it to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here it is, the 5 of spades in ninth place. This was a complicated method. Friends, if you are a beginner, use the very first method. It is very simple. So our card is ninth. We have everything ready. Excellent. Now what do? We take these cards and give them to the spectator. Ask them to start dealing these cards one by one, and when they deal, let them stop at any moment they want. So the spectator starts counting. And remember that your first card is your card. The next card is not an 8 or a 9, it is not your card. Therefore, when the spectator begins counting, I mentally repeat, mine, not mine, mine, not mine, mine, not mine. So, let's begin. Mine, not mine, mine, not mine, mine, not mine, mine, not mine, mine, not mine. For example, the spectator stopped here. I understand that this card is not mine, so I ask him to turn over the next card. He turns over the card, it's an 8. If he had dealt this card, it would have been my card. Then I would say, great, turn over this card. And he turns it over, and it would be an 8. So your task is to remember where your card is and where it is not, and to match the right card. Make sure that the spectator turns over your card. So when we turned the card over, draw the viewer's attention to the fact that if he had stopped earlier, it would have been the queen, and we would have had to count to 12. If he had taken the next card, it would also have been the queen, and we would also have had to count to 12. But he stopped at the 8. So let's take and count 8 cards. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We say that we have counted 8 cards, and the next card is your 5 of spades. But what if we had a 9? What if it were like this? Well, then we just take these cards and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th card is yours. We also adjust this card to the number we need. That's the whole trick. Bye-bye.